The chicken and the rooster has become the new urban farmer's kind of mascot. You'll see it in our logo, a rooster that is, and we have found a series of these in yard sales and a few given already as gifts. In this box you'll see two different things. Over here, this is watermelon actually. It's a vine plant, so it's going to take up a lot of space. That's why you can see that there's so much space planted in between the plantings. And over here, this is squash, again, which is another vine plant that's going to take up a lot of space and, again, be allowed a lot of room. You can even see the beginning of the flowers, the buds coming out here, which will be what produces the squash. So soon we'll have beautiful flowers, and after that we'll have squash. In this box over here, you'll see red acre cabbage. Cabbage is also another thing that kind of grows, as you know, a big ball, so they need a good space. These leaves are going to fan out pretty large, and the ball of cabbage is going to be growing in the center. And this is a long harvest plant, so this is something that we'll be harvesting towards the end of the season in fall. So we have Swiss chard that is practically ready to be harvested. In fact, you could have a nice baby Swiss chard dish here. Cucumbers starting to grow along the trellis. We're going to probably help guide them up that trellis so they can kind of grow up and off the ground. By the time the squash and the eggplant also, we mixed all in here, we'll trellis those up as well so that the fruit is resting up above the ground to help prevent pests. In this box, this is mostly an herb garden actually. This is being lemon verbena. A few different mints are in the mix. Sage, a purple sage, and we also put some cabbage in here. In this bed we have eggplant. We have just eggplant everywhere. In this box you can see two different types of tomatoes. We have some bigger ones that have really taken off well, and then we have some smaller ones that we also started in trays. Here you can see some, this is a Brussels sprout plant. Looks very similar to your cabbage. It's in the same family, so again that's another long growing season, and we'll be harvesting that in the fall. Oh, you can see one of the flowers just forming here in both of these two squash. It's a bright yellow flower kind of in a cone shape once it opens. This one's going to have multiple flowers, so is that one, and you can see just the beginning of it. And all we need is a pollinator like a bee or a butterfly to come along, and we have ourselves some squash.